I don't do the intros. That's your job.
Yeah, let me think. I'm trying to remember how we do this. It's been so long. This is Big Ideas, Little Table. I think that's how we do it, right?
Yeah, but you're not doing your normal saxophone opera.
I know. Yeah, I got it.
Let me do this for you.
Hey, baby. This is Big Tables, Little Ideas. I don't know. It's the opposite. This is
big.
Something's big.
I'm so turned on right now.
This is Big Ideas, Little Table. I'm Peter.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're talking about the mall.
That sounds bright.
Did we get it? Yeah, I think we nailed it that time.
Do take two.
What happened to the mall is my question, because I've been to malls a lot lately. You know, with the kids, it's just a nice place to like get them out and like run. You know, like
sure. Especially
when it was the enclosed mall, you're not escaping. Like as long as I can see you, just go run and slide on the slippery floor.
You don't like the sunlight?
No. Look at me. Does it look like I like the sunlight?
Lock my children up.
I think I just blended in with the wall. Did you see that? Like I put my arm out and it disappeared.
Whoa. You ever seen the movie Hollow Man? Yeah.
Hollow Man. That's me. But that's more issues with my father, the hollow man inside.
Oh,
ooh, too much?
Yeah. I was just going to call you
Kevin
Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
Was it Kevin Bacon in that movie?
Yeah, it was Kevin Bacon, right? I think it was actually a terrible movie. Like, I don't think anyone actually likes the movie.
It wasn't good.
I think everyone just knows the movie. Like, oh, yeah, I like that movie.
Well, he murdered a dog in the movie, if you did see it. And it's like, come on, bro.
I watched such a small portion of the movie before I decided how terrible it was. But speaking of which, before we get to the mall, we will get to the mall. That will happen. You know what terrible movie I started watching? I rarely do this, like if ever. I watched 10 minutes on the plane, and it was so bad I had to turn it off. Can you guess the movie?
I know.
It's recent. It just came out with this year, within the last 3 or 4 months.
Can you give me a genre?
It would give it away. It's definitely a sequel. It's like a sequel. Like they've reloaded this franchise.
Was it Fast and the Furious?
No, even that one was better than this. It was so bad. And some people were saying it was good, which was something I couldn't understand. It's like I had been lied to. That's how I feel when people hype up movies. I hate it.
Dare you, sir?
Yes. Oh, it happens so much. Top Gun was hyped too, actually.
I didn't see it yet. Shame on me. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm gonna lower the expectations. It was good, but the way people made it sound like it was
mind blowing.
The best movie ever, blah blah blah.
America.
It was good, but it's very predictable. There's nothing really intriguing about the story. It was basically, this is what they're doing now with movies. Hey, that was a hit. Let's reload it and then use a little bit better technology. That's really what they're doing.
So let me guess. Tom Cruise flies a jet really cool?
Actually, no. They moved him.
Oh.
Yeah.
He doesn't fly cool?
It's commercial airlines now. He's like, we're taking this baby to 500, cruising at 34,000 feet, everybody.
This is your captain speaking. This is Mr. Tom Cruise. We are currently at our flying altitude of 37,000 feet. I'll be turning off the seatbelt signs. Please mind the no smoking.
Yeah,
and the stewardesses should be coming around.
And then Goose is back there like, make sure you have your seatbelt strapped. Exits are here and here. It's riveting the whole time I was on the edge of my seat. Like, oh my gosh, are we going to have a little turbulence? Is the plane going to shake a little bit?
I'm going to go ahead and turn the seatbelt signs back on. Please return to your seats. Thank you.
I think that's how they get pilots. Like, part of the test, they're like, well, you fly great, but there's one more thing I got to see. I want you to get on that Mac right there.
You take all emotion out of your voice.
Tell me to turn the seatbelts back on.
If they get on, they're like, hey, why don't you go and turn the seatbelts back on? They're like, get out.
Cut him.
Sorry, he's done.
I'm afraid you're not pilot material.
Actually, that's how he reads out the things. He's like, we're going to tell you that you can't carry on with the class anymore. We're going to be cutting you from commercial pilot license. You can make your way to the parking lot. Thank you.
Can you imagine how a first date is? Oh my gosh, yeah, I love Top Gun. Yeah, it's so great. So how was flying?
Well, I enjoy it. I oftentimes think a lot to myself.
I don't want to think about where it goes from there. I'd be so bored. Like, oh, sorry, I fell asleep there. Like, were you saying something? Oh, yeah, you were telling me to put my seatbelt back on? Okay, yeah, no problem.
I woke up and I don't even know. We're at the restaurant. I don't have a seatbelt here.
You know what's even funnier about that? This probably isn't going to be about malls, actually. It's probably going to be about airplanes now. The even funnier thing is, I am, like, deathly, like, panicked when they start coming around to check those seatbelts.
Are you?
Yeah, like, I get really flustered. Not flustered, but, like, really anxious.
Like,
because,
oh, my God.
Like, I feel like I've let them down. Like, they've put the sign on. They've made the announcement. And then they come by and they check that it's not on. I feel like Like I just failed a test. Like, oh, I should know better. I swear I never do this. I'm not this person. Look, I'm putting it on right.
As
Do you
if
see it?
the stewardess has like some sort of alarm, like, wait, this man is not wearing his seatbelt. Everyone shame him.
That's exactly what it feels like. And they come over and just stare at your crotch, right? Like looking like, sometimes I move stuff so they can see like it's on, like it's there.
See, I'm into it. I'm going to cover up the belt. I'm like, yeah, am I wearing it? Keep staring.
No, I do the thing like on a ride at Disneyland where I pull the like, see, it's on.
I swear. Is it the same kind of panic that when you walk through like the security detectors at the store where you're like, God, I don't have a TV shoved up my ass, do I? Just I'm okay, right? I'm not stealing anything. Like you've never stolen anything in your entire life, and you're still like, oh God.
Well, you have to make the assumption that I've never stolen anything in my life.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I do the same.
Ballin' Harry Potter here steals all the time, apparently.
Jesus.
No, I've stolen one thing in my life.
They call you light-fingered Peter the light-fingered. They call me Handsy.
The light finger. That sounds like something my wife would call me. Light finger.
Go on.
Hey, baby. We're going to be cruising here at 34 feet above altitude. I got the light fingers in place.
Is
Make
this
sure
a phone sex operator or a pilot? I can't. I'm turned on and nervous. Right. I don't.
Turned on and nervous. The name of my next movie. It's going to be big. It's about flying and romance.
Mile High Club.
Mile High Club.
Okay.
On that side. Well, let me finish. What were we talking about? We're talking about the seatbelt thing. Oh, I never get nervous walking out of the store anymore. In fact, I forget they even have those things there. Is anyone nervous about that anymore? I don't think that's a thing. No. Like, even when people walk out and it beeps, I don't see anyone stop. I don't see the cashiers do anything. Like, even the cashiers are like, let me turn this thing off. I'm sorry.
Where's the...
I don't know why it's beeping.
Unplug it.
He's like, thanks. Has like 3 TVs in his hand.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Made my day right there. Yeah, those don't bother me at all. In fact, even security doesn't bother me at all. I feel like going through airport security has taken so much from me that none of that will ever bother me.
Okay, I have to tell you a story of when I was like 16 and I was getting off a flight. I don't even know where I was going, but at San Diego.
If we're going to do this, keep talking. I'm
San
going to
Diego
change
airport.
the picture.
To airplane.
This is going to be about malls. This is going to be about airplanes.
I was walking and I dropped my jacket, and apparently they have motion detector cameras in certain hallways where you can't walk backwards. So my jacket fell off, and I didn't notice it for 3 or 4 steps. So I turned around to grab it. A bunch of alarms went off, and I kid you not, some dude with like an M16 like turns and like, hey,
where were you in America?
I was in the U.S.
Whoa,
San Diego.
they have M16s?
Yeah, it was terrifying. As like a 16-year-old, I'm like, oh my God, I just want my jacket. They're like, it's fine. But yeah, I nearly cried.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me. I'm so over it. Because they make you take everything off and then do this and they scan you. And, I don't have anything. I could see how it can be a bit crazy, though, because there was a guy in front of us. First of all, I can't stand this airport security. I think it needs to be changed. Like something needs to change this, guys, because it's so inefficient. It's silly. What they do is, there we go. We got an airplane now.
Anyway, malls.
So back to the mall. All right, where were we? This is Big Ideas Little Table. This is Chris, and today we're going to talk about airplanes. No. So I'm not scared of the security stuff. It doesn't bother me. But it's so inefficient. We were going through, strapped down with kids, all our luggage. We have like a little container because my wife's pumping, so we have it full of milk, and we have to keep this milk cold. And you know what they do? They're like, this isn't here. It's another country, so I can't really say it's TSA. And they make us take all the milks out one by one and put them on this separate container. Like America let us keep them inside the container, run through everything, and then at the very end, they go and they check them. Totally cool. They had us take all the milks out individually, put them on this special whatever.
Magical device
that checks it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're supposed to wait for the check at the end. Well, the guy in front of us, I guess he had a lock on his luggage, and he didn't have the key. And he's like an old man. He's like 75, right? Now, I don't speak the language, and we're waiting, and this guy's there, and then all of a sudden, the police come, and they have M16s, right? God. Like, they're coming in hot, and we're just standing there, like, milk's out, I have 2 kids, like, my wife's standing there, and they call these guys over with M16s, and we're like, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what's in the guy's luggage, but it's not good. they kind of have an exchange, and then they call more guys over with M16s. Yeah. So we're like, this is getting real.
We're going to die.
Yeah. And then I'm like, and the milk's getting warm. So it's bad all the way around. Like, we're going to die. And then our kids are going to be thrown up all over the place because they'll be drinking this warm milk. So they finally I don't think they even figured it out. Like, they figured out enough that, like, we're going to leave this guy with the M16 people and we're going to start taking these other people. And they're like, I don't know what the person was doing, but they kept taking the milk out and being like, and she'd show it to the M16 people. Like, is that good?
Like,
is that
point
okay?
the guns.
And yeah, like the guns checking. Yeah.
Yeah.
The gun's not
We don't
locking
wanna
on.
shoot these people.
And he's like, yeah, just let it go. I'm like, what do you get paid for? Like, what's your job? If you just have to, like, that's what it is. That's what security is. Security is just passing things off to someone else. Like,
What
hey,
do you think? I don't know. What do you think?
pass it to that guy, pass it to that guy. And you're constantly going from one person to the next, and no one knows anything. And at the end of the day, they're not really even checking anything. They're just like, yeah, whatever, go ahead.
Does this look like milk? I mean, yeah. Okay, that's probably milk then.
Yeah. Like, I want to see, if you're going to take my stuff out and, like, be thorough, I want a chemist back
Yeah.
there. I want a chemist looking like me with a white coat, you know, like really checking it.
Let me get this mass
shaky
spectrometer
hands.
out and like, analyzing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a chemical makeup of human milk.
Yeah, it's so silly. And I could go on for days. I can't stand the security there. I have no idea what happened to the guy in front of me. He was left there. By the end, he was like pounding and saying stuff in this language. And both of us were like, let's get the hell out of here
before bullets start flying.
Yeah. Plus, my kids are like all over right now. You know,
Of course.
have you ever been trapped in a little section in the airport with kids? It's terrible. Mm-hmm. And then you have these guys with M16s, this guy with whatever he has in his luggage. Like, oh, man, things are getting real. My son's like lying on the floor.
It's potential human trafficking right ahead of you. Your children are losing their minds. And the milk is getting warmer all the time.
It sounds like a bad kid's book. Like, the milk is getting warm by Peter.
Tragedy.
So anyway, airplanes.
Do we have to say anything else on this? I was already ready to call it here. I don't know.
I think I can go on and on about this, man.
And let's not mention the food.
What's the deal with airplane food?
There it is.
Actually, I thought the food was decent.
Superb.
If I get anything on the airplane, I'm happy now. Like, that's how low my standards are for flying. Like, it's so low. Like, security, everything with it. I love it. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
I love the airport. I love flying.
Love the pilot voice.
I love the pilot voice. Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, tell me to put my seatbelt on. That is music to my ears.
As long as you have it on when they come around.
As long as
I swear, it was on. It was on.
I think I love it because the whole thing is so nerve wracking that it's like a big test. It's like
Thriller movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and it just from every part of it, like just figuring out how to get from the hotel to the airport, figuring out how to, like, oh, I got to check this bag. Oh, now I got to go through this security. Now I got to go through that security. And when you fly back, if you go international and you come back, you go through like they check your passport like 5 or 6 times. Why? I don't know. No one's explaining things to
It's
you.
that security pass in the buck. Does this look like a passport? I mean, it sort of does. Yeah, let's just send it down the line. They'll check it again.
Yeah, go to him. Yeah. I almost think it's probably just a farce. Like, maybe no one's trained for anything. They're just like, hey, you like to stamp things? Yeah, come with me. I got just a job for you. Okay, this is what you have to do. He's like, I don't know anything about security. No. You don't need that. People walk up. You don't say hi. You just stare at them and go, You look down at this passport, all right? Stare at it for a solid minute. Halfway through, you look up again like this. You look back down at the passport. No words. Serious look the whole time. Look down at the passport. Without saying any more words, you stamp it, you throw it back to them, and you say next. Can you do that?
And every 10th time you can lift it up and hold it to their face. They're like, what if there's a picture of a Yeti on there? It doesn't matter. Nobody knows what the picture. Nobody can identify faces. No one.
Well, it's funny because my kid's passport is a baby. Like, we had to get it when he was 5 months. Now he's 2. He looks nothing like himself. I don't know why holding it up and looking at him, it's not going to give you any more information.
Yeah. The nasal ridge seems to line up appropriately. Distance between the eyes, sure. Yeah, cheekbones, sure. Yeah.
It's so silly. Like, there has to be all the numbers are correct. Don't do this. Like, just stop.
It's a baby. How many terrorist babies are there? There are a lot of terrorist babies.
The terrorist baby. Oh man, a new book.
The terrorist baby. Is this another children's book? Or
It's a bittersweet ending.
Oh God! I don't want to be any part of this book.
It's going to be an explosive series.
Oh, God.
So, ouch.
Sorry. Side note on the children being used in terrible ways.
I didn't say the children being used.
Okay.
It could be the baby, like, hey, baby, what's that? Huh?
No. I was going to say, I recently watched the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen it.
I don't want to give any spoilers or anything.
You can spoil it. I'm not going to watch it.
However, there was a scene where Darth Vader is angry, and I was realizing when I saw it, because it shocked me so much, they don't often portray children being harmed in media of any kind. For example, when he killed all the younglings in what is it, episode 3 or whatever, they implied it. I mean, obviously he did because whatever, but they just show him ignite the lightsaber, and then they're like, and then they pan away, and then the kids are found dead later. Yeah. In this show, he is walking through a town, and he's angry, and he force grabs a guy and yanks him out of his house as he's choking there. The kid runs out and goes, "Dad," and he just goes, and you see the kid like, and then hit the ground like, oh my, and I mean, 10-year-old kid, but still it's like, oh, he just killed that kid, like.
Oof, I don't like that.
And they don't often like portray children just being killed, like, because it's so shocking.
I'm with you. That's where I draw the line.
Child murdering.
Kids, animals, everyone else is okay. In fact,
we already said this in Hollow Man. If you kill dogs, you're an asshole and you deserve to die immediately.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have a threshold. That should be a hard, fast rule. Like, we don't cross this line. I don't want to see any kids. I don't want to see any animals looking like they're being harmed.
Yeah.
Adults
is fine.
Adults, totally fine.
You can put them in a wood chipper. It doesn't matter. We can do whatever you want to them.
Especially if they look mean in the movie. Like, if they look mean in the movie, I want them to go even more.
Yeah. Could we kill this guy? Please kill this man.
Don't even get me started if they cut someone off or don't put their seatbelt on when the seatbelt sign is on the airplane. That's.
So you're a hypocrite here, you know? if you have your seatbelt on, you check to the guy behind you who's like scrambling with his kids, you're like, amateur. Moron.
Loser.
You want to throw him out the emergency exit because I'll help.
No, I'm not a hypocrite. I totally believe in this. That's why it hurts me so much when I don't have it. I'm like, no, I swear, this isn't me. This isn't what I do.
Sweating. You're like, can we do the talk? Which end goes into what? How do we do this?
That's exactly what I start just grabbing for whatever. I'm grabbing their seatbelt and grabbing part of a blanket, like tying it. I'm strapped in, I swear.
Oh my God, this is not this. I'm not this guy.
Every time they come back down the alley, I'm just like I feign sleeping. Take on.
Okay. They're like, we know who you are, Peter. Cut it out. Put your goddamn seatbelt on.
And some people, I always marvel at this. Some people in the world have no problem with that. And it's not just the seatbelt; it's everything, right? People at work, people on the seatbelt, people on the plane will just be like, "Seatbelt sign, whatever. I'm not going to do it. Make me." People at work, like, "Oh, hey, you know you're supposed to do this, right?" They're like, "Yeah, I know," and you're not doing it. Mm-hmm.
I've made that choice.
That blows my mind. Like, I can't even, like, does not comprehend, like.
I used to work with a guy, and I'm not going to throw him too much under the bus.
It was me. You could just say it.
No. This was in Tucson, when the other hospital I worked at. He would go to great lengths to make sure that he didn't have to wear his seatbelt. Like, he would specifically, because every car beeps at you, and I mean, I am in the car particularly, like, I have to actively think about not wearing a seatbelt if I was going to not wear the seatbelt. Like, it
feels weird. It feels weird.
Yeah. He would buckle it beforehand and leave it buckled behind him so that he could make sure that the car wouldn't beep at him. Like, I gotcha. Like, you're going to extreme lengths to go around the workaround or the thing that they put in there, the fail safe they put in there to stop you. Like, you're not getting me to put the seatbelt on. Like, so you're breaking the law. You're endangering yourself. So what? To prove what? That, like, you're not getting me. Like, like.
I'm not going to be safe on this trip. Don't even wish me a safe journey.
Because fuck you. I'll do whatever I want. You know what? I'm going to be juggling knives while driving down the freeway. Like, what are you proving? Who are you?
Now, do you have something? Everyone has something like that. What's your thing?
Oh, it was me. It wasn't another guy. I'm the guy. I'm just kidding.
My friend has...
I have a friend.
That's so funny.
Now I have to think about it. I don't know what...
It doesn't have to be that blatant, but everyone's got a thing where they're like, this is my rebellious streak. What's your rebellious streak?
I think starting the maintenance fluids in the ER.
Starting them before you go up?
Yeah, like 100 an hour. It's a floor nurse thing. I'm not doing that. You guys started up there. I know I'm being an asshole, but you know.
That's so awesome. In fact, that's the same thing as the putting your seatbelt on in the airplane. By the end, I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my God, I didn't even see it. It just got ordered. I'm like going to the run into the cabinet to grab it. Like, wait, transporter.
Nope.
Like starting it as we're like walking upstairs. Like, I can do this.
Program the pump. I'm programming.
And when we get upstairs, they're like, did you check the skins? I'm like, oh, but the maintenance fluid is running.
No.
50 an hour. Oh yeah, they're clear. Good. They're off.
I did.
Sometimes I don't. Because if it's like someone like me and they're like getting up, doing all this stuff,
dancing around,
I'm like, I'm making a safe bet is what I'm doing. I'm like, I'm 99.9% sure.
I'm putting all my chips in on this guy.
One day it's going to screw me, but I'll wait for that one day. I'm okay with that.
No, that's, every time. Oh, I forgot the maintenance fluids. Whoops.
They see you, as soon as you get on the floor, they're like, it's him again. Get the maintenance fluid.
He forgot.
I think they just, when I get on the floor, they're like, it's him again. Like, just assume nothing's done.
Because he's running around all over the place. No, I swear I've been taking care of this patient. What's your name? Sir? Oh, it's a ma'am? I'm sorry.
Just take these papers, okay? I don't know what's happening.
This is a 14-year-old female. It's an 80-year-old man. That guy.
We're on the wrong floor. Okay, we need to go get the other one. Can you just wait here?
There's maintenance fluids running. That's not even ordered.
Yeah, no, I'm a big believer in, lowering expectations. Like, if you expect little and you, like, what is it? Under promise, over deliver. That's what it is.
Well done.
Under promise, over deliver. That way people are like, nothing's done. Oh, something is done? Ooh, nice.
Don't worry. I gave those medications that were due 2 hours ago before we came up. So you're good.
Still got to click them off.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I think my rebellious streak. I think I'm more, I like to debate. I don't like to do, I'm not big on actual like acting things. You know what I'm saying? Like the seatbelt thing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I love to debate things. Like if someone's like, oh yeah, you got to do maintenance fluids. You got to have those running before you go up. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. Like, but why? I'm that kid. I'm like, but why? Like, why do we have to have this? Like, can you give me a logical reason why we have to have this running? And usually it's not.
See, I already have arguments against it usually because if they try and give me a bunch of, guff about it, I'm like, well, I got to exchange pumps. You got to have your thing ready. It's better if you do it. Really, it's just maintenance fluids, and we're probably pushing flushes downstairs. He's got at least 100 an hour, and, I just flushed it. It's totally paid, and everything's fine.
I just did 50 flushes, 5 flushes, so you're good for the next hour.
Woo!
That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
So anything else on airplanes or airports?
Let's talk about malls. No, I have nothing else.
One thing about the airport, I will say.
Oh, God. Oh, sorry.
Have you flown recently?
Not recently. Corona.
Yeah, it's totally the Rona. You're going to get it now, too. So
great.
Heads up.
No kissing later. Not even with the pilot voice.
Not even with it. Oh, you're going to like it because let me tell you, when we get to the cruising altitude, things happen there that it's going to look like a good landing. So what do you think they're doing? Like, what do you think they're doing as they're saying that? Because they always sound distracted. Do you think they're just like everything's going red, like the plane's starting to go down? And they're like, don't worry, we got smooth sailing here. Like as they're pushing buttons frantically, like ripping stuff out.
Co-pilot screaming, things are on fire.
He's actually doing CPR. That's why he's like, we got some clouds over Dallas right now. Like, damn it. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So the flight attendants will take care of you back there.
Chuck a handful of peanuts at you. So enjoy that. And
that's what I picture. I picture just mass chaos.
Well, then kudos to the pilots for just staying calm through.
That's why they check. Like at the end, they're greeting you off the plane just to be like,
blood dripping down.
Everyone made it. Okay.
All right.
We landed this baby.
A couple bullet wounds. They've been fighting up there. There's,
They're like, it's gonna take a minute to taxi in here, so everyone just remain seated. They're like hauling him off. Like, what is that? Is that the paramedics up there? They close the curtain, but you can
body bags going out the door. Perfect.
I love when they close the curtain to first class. That's my favorite thing. Like you get an economy, right? They wait until everyone's seated, and then they look. The flight attendant looks back at you like,
look at this trash.
Closes the curtain that's like 6 inches wide. You can still totally see. Like I don't even know why they have that curtain. Like I know what they're doing up there.
Turn back to first class. It's okay. I love all of you, not that rabble back there. Human trash.
It's so symbolic. Like, and you stay back there.
Stay back there, you animals. You absolute creatures of the night. Yeah.
Not even putting your seatbelts on. I don't want to look
I know
at
this guy.
Yeah.
Peter, we know you're not sleeping. Damn it.
On that note, we'll see you in the next one.
Yes.